I'd like to have a discussion. I'd like to understand why we're making the change from our rotation. That's part of our board policy. Thank you.
Well, the best way that I can explain, from what is the events that have happened this evening, we do have to move forward with officers in place. And since the motion didn't pass with the current selection of board officers, I just believe the board has the right to move forward and in the direction that we choose.
Well, it wasn't that it didn't pass, it was tabled.
Well, it's tabled.
Okay, and so my question again.
But the table was not seconded.
Okay, so again, I'll ask, so why are we, if it's part of our board policy that we follow rotation, why aren't we following the rotation?
I believe in order to, and Mr. Dietz, if you can assist in this manner, but if the board votes, yes.
You did describe it correctly. There was a motion withdraw. It was not seconded. So Mr. Sitton's motion was a motion to amend the original motion, which received, a second from Ms. Morrison. So the motion on the table is an amended motion to have Ms. Dixon serve as president. That's been motioned and seconded. The board would have to vote to accept the amendment and then would have to vote to accept Ms. Dixon as president for a second term if that's what the board chose to do.
And Madam President, also the next action item is the amendment of board operating procedures. And correct me if I'm wrong, board operating procedures are a self-governance position, correct?
They are procedures, not policies. That's correct.
So those procedures don't have to be changed prior to making this action.
They do not.
Okay, so first we would have to vote to amend.
To amend the original motion, which was because the withdrawal wasn't seconded.
Okay, so
Yes.
do we need to vote on that motion then, or
The,
do we?
the motion to amend, yes, and then once that motion to amend was accepted or rejected, you would be voting on the original motion, which was to accept the slate of voters with Ms. Dixon as the president.
And so who needs to make the amended
Slate of
motion?
officers, excuse me.
Who needs to make the amended motion?
That was done by Mr. Sitton when he made the second.
Okay,
The-
so we need to go ahead and vote.
On Mr. Sitton's amended motion to replace you as the president in the slate that was originally proposed by Ms. Parker.
Okay. All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? So the motion passes with 5 in favor, 1 opposed, and 1 abstention.